Hi everyone. The next question I have received is about the differences between 27701 standard and 27001 standard from the ISO series. So the question is about what is the differences between 27001 and 27701 and what are the activities I need to take care of if I want to comply with 27701 in addition to 27001. So if you are already compliant with 27001, then you have the base or the foundation work already done. So 27001 and 27701, 27001 is ISMS, Information Security Management System, while the 27701 is PIMS, Privacy Information Management System. So privacy has two aspects. One is the privacy compliance to legal requirements, and second is the data protection. Any personal data we collect, we process, we have to protect it. So if we talk about the protection part of data, that aligns with ISMS. So basically PIMS has an element of ISMS already built into it. Till 2019 version of 27701, it was an extension to 27001 standard. But now from 2025 version, the 27701 is a separate standard, and an organization can get certified on 27701 separately as well. Clause 4 to clause 10, which sets the management system, is almost similar in 27001 and 27701. So if when I say almost similar, basically the difference lies in the focus area. All management system standards from ISO series, fine, so they follow the same structure of clause 4 to clause 10, starting with the context of the organization, then leadership, risk management, planning, and all that's like implementation, evaluation, and finally the continual improvement. So the same following the same structure, 27001 and 27701 is also aligned to the same structure of ISO standards. But the focus area in ISMS is information security, while the focus area in PIMS is data privacy. Coming to the controls. So when you do the risk assessment as a part of ISMS, you have 93 controls to choose from Annex A. Annex A has 4 different sections, starting with the organizational controls, people controls, physical controls, and technological controls. Right? So total number of controls are 93. While in the PIMS, in the ISO 27701, there is again there is Annex A, where we have the 3 tables: A1, A2, and A3. In this A1, A2, and A3, we have the table A1 for privacy compliance requirements for controller, A2 is for privacy compliance requirements for processor, while the A3 is 29 out of 93 controls of 27001 standard itself. So which is basically the data protection controls for controller as well as processor. So the table A3 focuses on the data protection part, and where it maps to the ISMS standard as well. So in the ISMS we have 93 controls, while in the PIMS for data protection, for data security, there are 29 controls, right? And which is again taken from the same Annex A of the ISO 27001 standard only. While if we talk about the table A1 and A2, so A1 and A2 will go as per your role of data processing in this privacy domain. If your organization is a controller, then you will follow table A1. If your organization is a processor, you will follow table A2. A3 is common for controllers and processor. Coming to an organization can be playing a role of controller as well as processor. For each individual use case, for certain use cases, you are acting as a data controller. In that case, the controls listed in table A1 applies to you. In the same organization, having a different role for different set of data, acting in the role of a data processor, they have to comply with for that particular scope of that data processing, they have to comply with table A2. Right. So while A3 is common, so both controller as well as processor need to comply with. And that comply with means you have to do the risk assessment and see which controls are applicable to you, If it is applicable to you, you will say yes, it is applicable in SOA, the statement of applicability, and you will implement those controls. You should demonstrate those controls during the audit. If those controls are not applicable to you, you have to declare this in the SOA, the statement of applicability, and you have to justify why it is not applicable. Fine. So I hope I'm able to compare the two standards or provide the relevance between the two standards well. So 27001 is focused on information security, while the 27701 is focused on data privacy. Data privacy has two aspects. One is the privacy compliance and the data protection. So privacy compliance is like any other that goes with your legal and regulatory requirements, while the privacy protection, the data protection, fine, is very much same as what we have in the ISMS. Fine. So if you require more details about the structure of standard, you can refer to the ISO website. And if you want to learn about because ISO standards are you need to pay for. If you want to learn more about the privacy compliance part of it, then you can refer to even GDPR and your local regulations. And you can download all these acts are generally you can download from the respective websites, and you can study about it. And that is what we need to comply with. While the data protection, when if you want to refer to ISO 27001, that is good. If you want to refer to some other like a standard which is open, which is free and open, like you may refer to NIST standards as well. Fine. So they can download and you can study about those controls if you're new to this data protection. Fine. So I hope I'm able to answer all your queries relevant to the 27001 versus 27701. If you have any further questions, please feel free to ask me a question. Thank you so much for watching.